4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the
Brotherhood podcast.
Sponsored by Target Tuck Option Swimsuits.
sponsored by.
And Astroglide, your favorite annual lubricant.
Hey, there we go. We're live. Let's
live?
go, dude. That's awesome, man. Okay, I was just
Alright.
like, what the heck are we?
Hi.
All right.
All right. Well, let's just use this like as a fuckery one then. Okay. Didn't you say you could do the intro too?
Yeah, I can share it right here. Yeah.
Do it right now because it's so fucking awesome.
All day.
Hey, listen, the main thing I want this podcast to be about, okay, is about us being friends.
This is a video Dimitri loves so much.
Hey, I got an idea. Maybe don't talk next time when the intro's playing,
My fault. I thought we already did it.
and maybe don't cough.
All right.
I'm just messing with you.
Nah, cause like you remember we had that conversation about it the other day. You remember when Dimitri first saw it? I was dying laughing. What's up with the N64? Yeah, I'm like, yo, you had me crying, Dimitri. Like that was
I
so
just
messed
needed-
up, though. It
I
was
needed
so
some
messed
evil
up.
genius.
It
It
was
wasn't
so-
messed up. I
It
thought I was
was
paying
messed
for
up,
the
man.
shit. I thought I
You
was
know how
paying
much-
for the shit.
It's all good,
Like,
The
guys.
fuck?
It's in the past, and we moved on, and it looks really good now.
Yo, you
I
was
needed-
going at him for like a half an hour, Dimitri.
It needed some evil genius twists.
Like for a half an hour, you were getting on it, man.
No, but all right. So Austin, you were talking about getting this to be on Apple Podcasts and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's that website that I'll see if I still have it on. Eldest told me what they use to get it on every major podcast platform, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that stuff. So
Yeah.
it's you upload it to this one website. The only thing is it's $30 a month.
Yeah.
But guys, we
So you
gotta
have
be
to
more
pay $30
controversial.
a month, and then they put it on all the platforms, and you could edit there and all that stuff. But if we could edit on this, or we can take our audio and put it on every single podcast platform
Yeah.
one by one. Well, all right.
So yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. I heard President Trump was is basically, for all intents and purposes, he's locked up.
Yeah, I heard he
Even though he's under-
surrendered himself.
Yeah.
How much higher I
Let's-
think his approval rating going to get now?
It's gonna double,
Oh.
triple, quadruple.
Right? We're gonna have a president that's been in jail before. Like,
It'd be funny if our president, or if he got elected president, and basically first thing he did was pardon himself.
no, the first thing I would do is dismantle the
Pardon.
ATF and the FBI. That
Yeah, it
is the
says
first thing I would
Trump.
do.
It says Trump was taken into custody at Elijah Barrett Pretty Man federal courthouse in Washington, D.C. on Thursday, 2 days after he was criminally charged for the third time this year.
On some
Yeah.
nonsense.
That's a bullshit charge that they gave him though, because they can't charge him with incitement because he didn't incite the riots. So
Well,
they're
that was-
charging him with defrauding the government or something.
It's for the
He was
election.
trying to calm
Yeah.
him down. He
It's
was
not
trying to calm
for.
him down.
It's not for the. It's not for
Yeah,
January.
the January 6th election. They want to get him on the
No,
January
You're
6th
talking about
riot.
the January 6th riot, the storming of the Capitol, but the charges were for the election fraud stuff.
No, I know. I'm just saying that they want to
Oh,
get him on the incitement charges for quote unquote inciting a riot.
I
It's a
got you.
bullshit charge though, because it's I think it's like defrauding the government or something like that,
Oh,
Well,
or
really?
or, or
That's the
fraud
charge
of the
throw at him.
Yeah, I think so. Or it's something like that, similar to that. Basically, it's like a fraud charge, but they want to get
Okay.
him. They would rather get him on the inciting a riot charge, but they can't. They know they can't because he didn't incite the riot, and so that's why they're throwing this bullshit at him.
but what about the Hunter Biden stuff that they told the media and everybody else to don't do, and then silence them?
Yeah. Well, here's also well, that's not technically fixing an election. You know, hiding material that yeah, it would be best if it could come out, but hiding material isn't gonna be something that can cause a fixed election.
Nah.
Bro, this live stream is so sexy.
Isn't it?
Oh
You get
my
what I'm
god,
saying
it's
though?
4 fucking K though.
You can see the flag
No,
good, man.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. No, but I hear what you're saying, Austin.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. But yeah,
Hey, that's what this
so
Hey,
and
podcast
then
is about,
on
man.
top of that, the judge was I believe a Obama administration appointed judge.
an Obama judge?
Yeah, this is an Obama administration appointed judge.
Obama? What does that have to do anything
Like
about
the
anything?
judge
And
is
it's at a
super
point
left wing.
in court. Oh no.
Basically, the judge is super left wing and is known for
I know what you mean.
giving more time than what the state has requested for Republicans.
Mm, gotcha.
Like super left wing liberal judge appointed by the Obama administration.
Court?
Yeah. From what I understand, I could be wrong
Like
with
a
it, but
circuit?
from what I read, that judge is like I said, a super
Douchebag.
left wing judge.
A douchebag.
Douche. Yeah,
I
but
I'm not.
what other charges is he? Let's pull up the list of charges this son of a bitch has been
I know,
charged
right?
with.
He's still going on with the Stormy Daniels charge in New York. He's now facing the charges in Washington D.C. He's also facing the charges in Florida for the case about him handling classified documents. So there might be another one, but I think those are the three.
Bloomberg says, and 78 felony charges.
Yeah, that's what I was just reading. I was like, God dang.
He racking them up, man.
NPR
Right?
indictment lays out 37 federal charges. What the
Like
heck?
like I said, I think it'd be hilarious if he was in his fucking jail cell when he got appointed president, and his first thing that he did as like his second term president was pardon himself in order to be released from jail.
Dude, that would be like a first for like the country, man. Like elected while serving time in prison. And then
That'd
as
be
soon
some
as
That-
bullshit, man. That's some bullshit.
you just pardon
That's-
yourself.
Just
We
pardon
don't
yourself.
want our president to be in jail, though. You know what
But
I
they're
mean?
bullshit charges, man.
Yeah, I know, but if he's found guilty, he's guilty. It doesn't matter if they're bullshit or not. If he's found guilty, he's guilty. I mean, he could do the appeal and everything, but if he's innocent right now, technically, even though everybody treats him like he's guilty.
Yeah.
But
No matter who
once
you
you
are,
get
they
the
treat you
guilty
like
rate,
you're guilty. If guilty and then prove innocent.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be the other
Honestly,
way around.
honestly,
That's with anyone.
I hate to say it, but I think we need to drop Trump. Like, I think we need to drop Trump and find next best. There's too much. There's too much going on to where, obviously, like the best course of action for this country is to bring the country back together, right? Like, we need to bring this country back together instead of having all this bullshit where people are fighting and arguing. We need to
Candace
get.
Owens. Candace Owens.
There's-
No, I like Candace Owens. I also like Nikki
I'm playing.
Haley.
Yeah.
You know,
There's
I was gonna say-
Robert Kennedy Jr. He's running. I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys ever heard
Oh.
of him before.
I-
He's a Democrat.
Yeah.
you know,
I
mean,
like Nikki Haley, and I think Rob DeSantis is good too. Honestly, I like what Rob DeSantis has done with Florida, and I think it'd be good if he was president as well. But I really do like Nikki Haley.
Who's Nikki Haley?
She's out of South Carolina. I want to say a senator out of South Carolina or something.
Tim Scott. It'd be nice for Tim Scott also.
Is it that black-haired lady with the
She's
glasses?
yeah.
Nikki Haley? No, she don't.
No. I
Well,
don't
let's
think
Google this bitch.
Let me show you a picture of her.
Okay.
Be a bitch.
she's been dubbed like the female Trump by a lot of people.
Yeah, but everybody's like the Trump version now
Yeah.
of some.
There's Nikki Haley.
Cox was killed in Baltimore, and what happened? She looked like a broke down Sarah Palin.
That's terrible to say.
It's not her fault she got old, Rob.
Mm.
Dude, even the screen sharing looks sexier since we paid. Bro, on YouTube, you can see like my hairline disappearing. You know what I mean?
That means it's time to let it go. Let it go.
You just want me to be bald like you, Rob.
No, you ain't gotta be.
He wants
I
a
just
ball.
don't want you to look like that, Dimitri. I care about you.
Like this is not that bad. If I start getting like the monkey butt,
I tell you what you need to
or
hear, not what
this.
you want to hear. Okay.
No, I know that's good.
The
That's
butt.
what I want.
Doesn't that mean you
For
just have a
real.
built-in mohawk?
No, I'll have like a little couple hairs left here, and then all of this. Like it would be like a yod.
Look, you missed it. His shit right now look like the Ruger symbol, man. You know what that looks like, Austin?
The Ruger symbol?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that shit look like. It's not the Batman symbol yet, but it will be.
I'm just gonna have my barber bring it up like this is where my hairline starts.
And then you remember when Shaq came on, and what's the name of his true hairline? It was like right here.
Are you about to hit that
Did y'all
LeBron?
see that? Y'all see that?
Yeah, I saw that. That shit was so funny.
Are you about to hit that LeBron?
Nah,
I wish I had LeBron money so I could get my hair back.
Nah,
Isn't
you
he
get
the
that.
one with the messed up hairline?
Yeah,
That's Shaq.
Yeah.
Well, no, LeBron was going bald, and then he got the hair restoration.
Dimitri,
Huh?
you need that Tory Lanez treatment.
I don't even know what is that. Did he get it filled in?
I don't know what the fuck he did. He got it fixed.
Yeah, it's hair restoration. They take hair so basically your hair follicles here on the side are stronger than the ones on top of your head. So that's why when people go bald, it's always up here.
Yeah,
and
some
not
people
here.
go in the back. Some
They
people
do
go
Well,
in the
yeah,
back.
it's still like in the top of your head. Like the hair on the side of your head has stronger follicles. So what they do is they take those hair follicles and put them here.
That must be
What's
very
What's
tedious,
that
man.
company that's been doing that for a long time? It starts with a B.
Bosley.
Bosley, yeah. You
Bosley.
can get the Bosley experience.
I can't afford the Bosley experience.
Then the make you look like a baby doll.
Follicle transplant.
Yeah, I can't afford that. It's like 10 grand, bro.
Oh, really? Shit.
Yeah.
Still?
I mean, your hair really grows though. Like
Yeah.
your hair will legitimately grow, and you cut it and everything. It's not like Rob, you're talking about plugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't like grow or anything. But this
Nah,
the
you
new
look like
shit.
a baby doll.
Yeah, The new
Wanna-
shit, actually, your hair grows and you cut it
Yo.
and everything.
Rob, you could get you could borrow some follicles from some of your family members, get those transplanted into your head.
I can just borrow them off my back. Every place Harry put up here.
Exactly.
My whole body is Harry.
Actually,
Just
yeah.
not here.
Just get some follicles from your beard.
Do
Like
you
it's
grow
enough.
hair?
It's enough on my neck right here.
Do you grow
No.
hair on like the side of your head? Like, do you just shave it? Like, or
Yeah.
are you just completely bald?
No, I
Like, what's your actual hairline?
my hairline used to be here.
Yeah.
I had yeah. You remember that shit? That shit was nice, and I used to shape up my shit. Even my hair used to be down to here and shit.
Dreads,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but shit happened, and like I'm not going bald. But what happened to me? Like my hair didn't grow back. Why does it sound funny?
That sounds
No.
good now.
No, I was hearing myself.
Yeah,
Oh.
because Austin was moving in his phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying, yeah, and I'm the type to just let the shit go. Don't walk around looking like a fucking.
So, but my
Not-
question is, where's your actual like hairline? Like, if you were to trace out like your hair on your head, where would it grow?
It's still here.
Trace
It's
it.
just you can see where it's shiny and where it's not. Right here. That's where you see the transition right here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you grow like on the side of your head too, still.
yeah. I go
Yeah.
So that's what he's
everywhere
saying. You can,
except the places I pointed out.
so that's what he's saying is you could take it from the side of your head.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have to do that. I could just take it off my back, my neck, my
No,
leg.
it's not the same hair. It's not the same hair because your pubic area, like your body hair, is different than the hair on your head.
How you know? You see
Like-
my hair? My hair nappy as shit.
Hey, yo,
I'm talking about it in general.
Oh,
Yeah, Josh.
can you putting your phone on landscape, please? Just to see how it affects the.
he
the
just switched to the round. I'm about to say like.
Is that better?
Now he's all
No, I
no,
mean,
because now
is
it's
your
all
phone on
sideways.
auto rotate.
Yeah, it doesn't rotate.
Oh, it doesn't rotate at all.
Yeah.
Oh, because
What kind of phone do you have?
look at our live stream. It's 4 full videos, and then it's like a phone video.
Oh shoot.
What
That'd
you
be
got?
fun.
All right, buddy.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
Take care,
Like I
man.
said, it's
We're
just
praying
getting
for
late,
you.
you know.
Have a
All
good
right,
night,
yeah.
man.
Good
All
night.
right. Love y'all.
God bless you.
Love you too.
Good bye.
Hang up.
Hurry up and hang up, dude. Okay, so we're at about 19, almost 20 minutes. I don't know how long you guys have left.
How does it
as
look
long
now
as
on
we can make
YouTube?
it to 30.
I'm waiting because it's backed out. Oh,
Cool.
Josh is already. Can you do the AI thing on live, Joshy, or no?
Let's see.
Let's just do tests on this one. Oh, this thing is paused. That's why it's not freaking working.
Clip. I can mess around with the size of the videos. Like if you look at the YouTube, the live stream, it should be showing.
Rob's up top right. You're at the bottom. I'm on the top left.
Okay, so anytime I edit the videos on Riverside, edit for the live stream. So let me
Yeah,
see
it
if
doesn't.
there's a way I can. It didn't?
Unbutton
did?
that button. No, it didn't.
Oh, okay.
It's
'cause I
cool though,
made
dude. The
Dropfall.
quality is freaking crazy.
The funny thing is we could still see the rest of Rob's room.
I know.
The funny thing is we could still see the rest of Rob's room. We can see all the fish and lures and the clothes.
It's cool. They get the gist of it. They know what this flag means.
Yeah. They know what it's all about.
Rob, do you have it on, or is that me?
That's probably me.
Yeah, turn the volume down. Rob, do you have it on, or is that
But
me?
it's a once the video is exported, they won't be able to see any of the background, Rob's background, like the ones that are being cut off. But yeah,
Oh
it'll look,
yeah.
and then I can export it twice. Once for if there's any other 1080p 9:16 or 16:9 videos, 9:16 export for all social media content.
Yeah, that's
Yo,
sexy.
the lag is crazy on YouTube live, man.
Yeah, I mean I think it's like 5 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, it's nothing too
Yeah.
like dramatic, but here's a quick video I have since we were talking about President Trump.
Mm-hmm.
I got this right here. Let me just close. Okay. Trump shows up in DC. I'm just waiting for the live stream to
Ben
catch up.
Shapiro.
That's kind of cool. The way it shows our videos to the left and then the video on the right.
Hey, folks, Donald Trump shows up in Washington, D.C. today. So we're going to get the entire OJ coverage, like soup to nuts. We're going to get the planes flying around and the helicopters and all of it. Here's the thing. These indictments, as I said yesterday, they are very bad. But they're also meant to essentially jam up and rig the 2024 election because Donald Trump every waking moment dealing with at least 3 criminal indictments and probably 4 by the time this is over on a wide variety of charges that could theoretically put him in jail for hundreds of years. Democrats won. It elevates Donald Trump in the primary, meaning they have to run in the general against somebody who's bogged down with legal snafus. He's going to have to spend tens of millions of dollars in defense, tons of time. So the question for Republican voters should be, is that person the most likely person to win? I understand the emotional resonance of giving that guy the baton and saying, like, take it all the way. But is he likely to take it all the way? Let's be realistic as well as emotionally resonant here.
Well, how about that?
That's a good point. Who
can still hear the
who
video
has
on
their
the background.
volume still on? Is that you, Rob?
No,
Because my phone's turned all the way down.
Yeah, mine's all the way down too.
sorry, I'm playing it with me. I don't want to turn it down all the way.
It's all good. So yeah, I mean, in the long run, I think that everything about these indictments is only going to just help him. But
Me too.
is there any other topics or anything you guys want to talk about, or I could pull up some videos to review?
Well, no, what Ben Shapiro was saying is like he was basically saying if we do vote Trump in to go against Biden, is he actually going to beat him?
To beat Biden? Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I think so.
You got.
But what he was saying is that he's going to have so much other crap to deal with. I mean, I don't even think they're debating this year because Biden said he don't want to. I didn't even know that was a thing. This is like the first time in I don't even know how long that the presidents aren't going to be doing debates, especially the standing president. Like, I don't know. That's just weird.
There's no question why.
He cannot, dude. Honestly.
No, I know he can't. I know.
Yeah,
it's just crazy. If people vote him in again, I have lost faith in the American people because it's like, it's one thing. All right, the first time everybody thought it was going to be different, but now you saw what this guy is doing, you know, and you see him on TV, completely senile, doesn't know what's going on. All these clips, him falling, him not knowing where he is, people guiding him, telling him every step to do. And if people still vote for him, that's just asinine.
They say he was trying to make weed federally legal, and that's one of the things he's probably going to run on.
Which is crazy. Like, you see all this other bad crap that he did, but you want to smoke weed, so you vote for him. Like, something as simple as smoking weed could get this man elected. Like, is that how retarded we are as a
Well, I'm not
nation?
saying if you vote for Trump, you're not black.
I mean, yeah, I know, but they suppressed that. You know what I mean? Even though it was on, he said that to Charlemagne, which is like,
They
that
didn't
still
even
got
know.
suppressed.
And the Democrats didn't even know that that's what Biden said. Like, they were convinced that President Trump or some other Republicans said that quote. You know?
Yeah.
Just
I
like
don't
have
know.
any more big shot N words in office.
Yeah.
Yeah, big shots. Well, on a
Yeah.
lighter note,
I told y'all
Go ahead.
before. I'm sorry.
go ahead.
Before he was elected, somebody put that on YouTube, and within a day they took it down.
Yeah. Mine got taken down on my
It's the
TikTok.
N-word.
Yeah, that's what they said. It was hate speech. I was like, whoa, hold on a second. That's our president saying these things. Shouldn't it, shouldn't this go on so people can see? Nope. They took it down on Instagram. They took it down on TikTok. They took it. I never posted on Facebook.
Is that
Oh,
one of
yeah.
the things that got you a strike on TikTok?
Oh yeah.
But
For
what if a
hate
black?
speech.
What if a black?
But it wasn't even me.
What if a black social media influencer posted that? Would it be okay for them?
Just like the
Kawan did.
black ones done on certain viruses that happen.
Yeah, but he's a Republican though. So what if a black liberal posted that video of somebody a politician saying the N-word?
But they wouldn't.
I doubt they would get a strike.
Yeah, but they wouldn't, because they wouldn't want everybody to see what they're saying.
What if you was African American and trans? Would it happen?
And a Democrat. That's like the triple
Yes.
threat. And a Jew.
Triple
It's
threat.
like, I'm
And
kidding.
We love the Jews. L'chaim.
Kanye West.
Dude, it'd be a complete contradiction of being a transgender Muslim and black.
Kanye West got through that, that hellfire.
Yeah, but that's
You know?
Kanye West.
All you need to do is put out some good ass, some music. I wasn't good, but you know what I mean.
Well, now he's
He had some
freestyling
good
at
ones.
church.
Kanye had some good
He started
stuff.
freestyling.
He said stop
Gradu-
freestyling.
Yeah, you've seen those videos, right? Didn't he start a church?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, look.
That
He did.
dude.
Let me show you the video.
Yeah, pull up Kanye freestyling. No,
Kanye-
Graduation is my favorite album from him. Late Registration was good, but Graduation was, I love that CD. It's so awesome. You can literally start it and not skip any songs. It's like the 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying.
50?
Yeah,
You mean
man.
50?
50 Cent.
That's why I wish T was here, man. Voice mod on.
Where's T at? Dude, we got
told
say
you.
T. He been on here so many times, man.
I already told you. I already told you where he was at, or what he had,
forgot.
Yeah.
what he got going on this weekend. All right, so check this out. This is the church freestyle.
Do it.
They got contracts out there that say you can't say Jesus. When we was working on this album, people used to be coming over the studio just to say Jesus as loud as they wanted to. You can say Jesus in your studio. You see, I'm like one of them. I'm like a 19-star Michelin chef. The way well, if the devil he's serving ain't ready restaurants at one time, it might drive you crazy. And one of them restaurants could be your own ego. One of them restaurants could be public opinion. One of them restaurants could be legacy. One of them restaurants could be fame. One of them restaurants could be money. But it's only one restaurant we serving for tonight. And I say it tonight because I be in the future sometimes. And that's God's restaurant, where everybody coming in service to God. And he bringing it back tenfold, 100-fold, 1,000,000-fold, blessings untold, blessings harder than gold, stronger than a gold. I return my soul to the one that told me, the one that owns me, the ones that shows me. And that's what God showed me. The devil controlled me, but he can't hold me, because God done told me, and life has shown me that God is the only, the real, not the phony. The phony will clone me. They cloned me, and look at me, show me. I'm here with my homies. I'm here with my families. I don't need a Grammy. I'm back in the building. I'm here with my children. You know it's a feeling. You know it's a feeling. You know it's a feeling. Yeah, that's that feeling. Yeah, that's that feeling. Yeah, that's that feeling. For my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
All I need is Mace.
And that's why they can't tell me nothing.
Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. La, 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 accept and receive eternal life.
They can't tell us nothing. They can't tell us nothing. They can't tell us nothing. They can't tell us nothing.
Yeah, that
That
was
song.
Was that, did it say Columbia at the end? Was that part of it, man? Yeah, at the end it said Columbia Film was named. Didn't you see it, Dimitri?
Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah, I saw it.
that was the trailer for the Equalizer 3.
Oh, okay.
It
My
just popped
fault.
up right at the end of the
My
YouTube
fault.
video. But yeah, man. So yeah, that was his freestyle, and it went pretty hard, man. But what was that song?
La la la
Yeah,
la.
yeah.
Wait till I get my money right. I sing that song every morning. Waking up dumb early.
It did go hard though that he did that and like just like flipped it into a for the choir to sing at its.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's his church. I think it's like, I don't know. Maybe he just has a service somewhere.
I think that song was on Graduation, right?
Yeah.
What's the name of the song?
Can't tell me nothing.
Oh, okay.
Kanye West.
Jeezy.
Yeah, he said, yeah, he did start a church. So yeah, that is his church. Very interesting, man. It's crazy. Kanye being like as talented as he is, being a producer, being a rapper, and producing just hit after hit and stuff, and collaborating with A-list artists, and being very successful. And not even just in the music ministry or the music industry, in acting and modeling and just like all these different various
He's
platforms.
big in fashion.
Yeah, in fashion, yeah. It's like you have people like having success and turning to God. You know what I mean?
Well, Justin Bieber, he's one of the few Christian like superstars out there that's outspoken.
He was
I
baptized.
didn't even know that. My wife told me that.
Did you know he was
was like-
baptized by that one pastor, Carl Lentz?
Who's Carl Lentz?
he was a pastor. I think he came under fire for some like allegations, but he was a pastor at a Hillsong church.
Uh-huh.
I think in New York or something. I think it was Hillsong. I'm not 100% sure.
I think
But yeah,
Tony was telling me that he was like a bad pastor or something like that, or he was guiding people the wrong way. I'm not sure.
yeah, he had a bunch of different, well, you know how it is over there at those Hillsong left-leaning churches and stuff. Like they have they some of the stuff they teach is good, some is bad. So you have to take some with a grain of salt and others, without. You just have to continue studying on your own, so you know what
Yeah.
you're hearing is biblical so.
Yeah. Well,
But he
one of the
did
things they used
baptize
to do
Justin Bieber.
back in the day, you would go to church so you could hear the word of God, and the kings didn't want you to be like they didn't want the people to be able to read the Bible, so they had to go to church. Like the Catholic Church was notorious for that. But I mean, back then people weren't very like educated to begin with.
Yeah, I remember hearing that. They did. I think it was the Anglo-Saxon Church. I believe
Yeah.
was the ones that they didn't want. Only the pastors or the priests or whatever could read from the Bible, and they basically took all the Bibles from the people, so only they could only get the word of God, the source of God's life from the church.
But
Unbiblical.
like when I was growing up, I always had I always went to a Greek Orthodox church, and it was always in Greek, so I didn't even know what they were saying. I
Like
was just asking my mom why am I standing up again? Because I don't
your
know if you've
parents.
ever been to like a traditional church, Joshy.
Yeah, I've been to like Catholic.
Orthodox. It's painful, man. Because like when you go to like a non-denominational church, it's it's so much different. Like the atmosphere is different. There isn't just you're just there. You praise and
Very.
worship,
Yeah.
listen to some good music, and then afterwards you hear the message and then praise and worship. When you go to like a Greek Orthodox church, it's just painful. Like try and sit there, especially when you're not understanding anything.
Your parents were
You're
Greek?
muted.
I'm muted? Huh?
Well, at least I can't hear you. Oh, bruh, my headphones died.
Oh, okay. No problem, brother.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Testing. Testing. 1, 2,
Say
3, 4,
something.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, I asked you if your parents they speak Greek.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. They might know a little bit because before we moved here, they worked in a Greek company. My dad used to fix sewing machines. They used to like sew clothes there or whatever. It's like a manufacturing plant.
Oh,
And then yeah, and my dad fixed all the sewing machines that were there, and I think my mom did accounting there before we moved. Yeah, but I
but
remember
yeah.
my dad telling me that was the first time he ever drove an automatic car. His boss, like the owner of that company, they had a Jeep that was automatic, and my dad drove it, and he said he never wanted to drive a manual car ever again.
That's funny.
And we've never had a manual. Like my dad has never had a manual car in America, like ever. There was times we would like be walking to the grocery store when we lived in Connecticut. It was like a 20-minute walk. We would all walk as a family, and then we would like load up on food. And my dad would be carrying a whole bunch of crap. I'm like, trying to carry a gallon of water because I was little. Yeah. And then we would see like a car for sale, and we're all kids. Like, Dad, like, hey, there's a car for sale right here. And he'd look in. He's like, it's a manual. No.
Can't be having that.
It was just funny.
But yeah, I did want to say that I have been to, I don't know if the Orthodox churches you were talking about were anything like Catholic churches with the mass and everything, and it's like a very like methodical like service. But okay,
Yep.
so then yeah, I went to mass with the dude who made the animation, his family, because they all grew up Catholic and their mother's Catholic. So yeah, very interesting stuff. My
it's just
mother grew up
painful.
Catholic too.
It's yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot she's Italian.
My mother did too.
What painful?
Just sitting, like being there, and like I don't know. For me, I couldn't understand anything they were saying, and then like now that I've read stuff in the Bible, and one of the things it says is don't burn incense. And when you go to those churches, the priest comes around with the little sinky, burning incense. You know what I mean? I don't even know what's in there.
Some sage.
Sage or some crap.
I don't know. It's
Weird.
You said you think it might be what?
It's clearly.
Oh
sage.
yeah, sage. Yeah.
Had to ward off the bad.
I don't know if that's what's in there.
When the people go to the house with the thing that look like a big ass J, that's sage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. My cousin used to light that stuff. So apparently it has some kind of like when you burn it, it cleans the air of like bacteria or whatever or something. And I heard kind of spiritual relevance, like it clears bad spirit from the air.
They say when it start popping and cracking, like a bee with seeds in it, that means there's a bad spirit there.
Or there's just a seed in the sage.
I don't know. That's what I heard.
So maybe when you cook with sage, it cleans the air.
Yeah.
I think sage is a strong flavor. Just like rosemary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I put on my lamb chops.
Rosemary.
Bro.
Oh yeah.
I want to try that carnivore diet. You guys ever heard of it?
Yeah.
It's just steak, beef. That's it.
What's red meat? I mean, you could have anything. It's basically eating meat. But if you want to get like proper nutrition, eating grass-fed, grass-finished red meat is the best way, because what was it, the FDA or the CDC just said that Lucky Charms are more nutritious than ground beef. Yeah, this is a couple months ago, and like if you look at the nutrition facts, it could be possibly that, but it's also what kind of beef, the quality of the beef. It's also like everything in Lucky Charms is synthetic vitamins. They're not natural born vitamins. Like I take a multivitamin. You know what I mean? It's all synthetic. It's not actual vitamins you're getting from your food. So it's still beneficial for you, but it's not as beneficial as if it comes from your food. Oh yeah, the Lucky Charms and everything in there. There's a bunch of vitamins in there that they say they're good for kids, but it's like you're giving your kid 50 grams of sugar before you send them off to school, or they just woke up. You give them 50 grams of sugar, and then they walk out the door, and then you're wondering why your kid is like cracked out.
Can't pay attention.
can't pay attention, you know.
It's all the
But-
riboflavin.
Yeah.
It's like, good.
But no, I mean, grass-fed, grass-finished beef. You could get all of your nutrition needs if you just eat that, or if you go out and like kill deer or elk. Elk is apparently
Elk is
tastes
good.
a lot better. Yeah, it
elk
tastes
is
a lot
good.
better than deer because they have more fat.
Hmm.
So you don't have to like cut it with like pork fat or beef fat or whatever.
It also depends on how you kill it too.
Yeah.
What's the difference between regular or like saturated fat and trans fat?
The trans fat changes. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know.
I was just curious
No.
because that's what like the Lucky Charms also has saturated like 0.2 grams saturated fat in it.
Mhm.
It also has
Yeah.
216.8 milligrams in 1 cup of sodium in 1 cup of Lucky Charms.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's high blood pressure.
24.9 grams carbs. Go ahead.
So trans fat is basically like reused fat. So like margarine. Remember, like I can't believe it's not butter and margarine. That's
Yeah.
legitimately illegal to have now.
Country Rock.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
County
exactly. Yeah, I mean,
Country crock.
yeah,
Rock.
yeah,
Crock, yeah.
yeah. Trans fat is just horrible for you. It's literally all the benefits of that fat are gone, and you just have like straight, like the worst part
That's how
left
butter
over.
is better for you, man.
Yeah. Well, this was proven now.
Straight from the cow titty.
Remember, like when we were younger, they used to say, like you're supposed to have a low fat, high carb diet. 'Cause
Yeah,
fat was causing heart disease and everything.
the
Yeah.
food pyramid.
Yeah, the food pyramid.
The hell was that, Josh? What you
The
got
food
going
pyramid.
on, man?
The food pyramid.
Which was all bogus.
Yeah. I mean, it's even more bogus now because Lucky Charms are better for you than freaking ground beef.
What about you can get the ground up ribeye? You know what I mean? What they say
Yeah, it doesn't
is.
matter. Well, they're basically still so back in the day, some scientists got paid like $10,000 to lie to the whole world,
And that's
starting with America.
$1990s.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
So it
back
wasn't
then.
even that much
That was like
money.
$1 million. It's like,
Wait, how old is the
Yeah,
food
bro.
pyramid? Let me look it up.
They've had it for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
but
ahead.
they basically lied to everybody and said that you need to consume more sugar and the least amount of fat possible. And that's when they started noticing heart disease go even higher because people are
Rotten
getting
teeth.
fat as shit.
Rotten
Well, it's
teeth.
not even the rotting teeth; they're just getting fat as shit. You know, you're supposed to
Am I-
have
product
saturated
of
fats in your, huh?
Am I a product of that?
Probably. You're a product of just eating whatever the fuck you want.
1992
Yeah.
was when the USDA created the food pyramid in 1992.
Yeah, and that's probably when they lied and said you need to have a bunch of sugar with a little bit of fat. Well, basically, the health of America declined like shit after that. And then recently, a whistleblower came out. I don't even know if it was recently. I think that was like 10 years ago or something like that. Someone whistleblew and said that they fucking lied. Here's the actual evidence that having a saturated fat-based diet is better for you than eating fucking Lucky Charms, FDA. It's ridiculous. Because there's parents out there that don't know any better, and they're like, well, the FDA said this is healthy for my kids. It's like, no, he's not supposed to have freaking 50 grams of sugar every single day. You know what I mean?
American Dad, where they're trying to sneak trans fat back into the county, and Forrest Whitaker voices the FBI agent.
I don't remember that one.
The son, I forgot the son's name. He's like eating, I think it was him, or like somebody was eating like fat, It looked like beef tallow or like margarine. He was just
Wasn't
like
it Haley,
he was.
the
They were
daughter?
downing it.
Was that?
Riding on a bike, and they had all the trans fat in a basket, and they were just like eating it because there was it was like a one of those DUI checkpoints, except it was for trans instead of alcohol.
So you remember the one when the alien had to be nice and he started dying?
Yeah,
I
I
do
remember that
remember
one. Yeah,
And then the son had to dance and he like did one little dance. He was like, stop. He started making fun of him. And like he did like 2 seconds of a dance because he wanted to be a break dance. He was like, stop. And then he
Stop.
started getting on him, and then
He couldn't take it anymore.
yeah, he
Couldn't
came
take it
back to
anymore.
life.
I can't stand the bullshit anymore.
Right. That's like you know, everybody have their limits, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets sick from being nice, and he makes
Yeah.
fun of the son. That's right.
Mhm.
And he
Yeah.
feels better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he like
he
his
was
color
dying.
comes back. He gains weight immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like what he was saying was so funny. He just put his hand up like stop.
If you want to watch it,
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
man.
share it though. We're gonna get a copyright strike.
oh, then I can't share it at all.
Yeah.
How about when we not go live? You share it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, whenever we're done here.
It's funny. It's
And
funny. I don't know what.
so like I'm trying to figure out the copyright crap. You know what I mean? And it's basically I don't know. I know YouTube might not strike it if you get a YouTube video that puts it on, but you never freaking know. I don't know. It's weird because like I got copyright strike on my TikTok because I had a motivational speech that I did like a duet or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and it was
the other day.
no. It wasn't that. That wasn't a motivational speech. He was just talking about how us as a country need to stop the mutilation of children. Yeah, so they took that down. But it was Robert Kiyosaki, the guy that wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad,
Mm-hmm.
and he was talking on there, and I duetted it, and I got a copyright strike. I'm like, hold the fuck up. How do I get a copyright strike? Whatever. But yeah, they took it down. So I don't know. It's like weird. Every platform has like different things that you can.
But it's because
You
you're
can
not
do.
trans or black or feminist.
It's the what is it called? The Free and Fair Use Act. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but
No.
I think when people was
Section
using
107.
people was using what's the names in their songs?
Permits limited the copyright material
Ads,
without.
not ads, but samples.
I guess it's
Right?
when somebody has something copyrighted. Maybe there's a stipulation in the copyright that allows people to use it without them losing money. You know what I mean? Like you can't make money off of somebody else's copyrighted material. So therefore YouTube is not going to pay you copyrighted content. And then you get into this situation where, people will only play like 2 seconds of a song, or they'll show like a
Or play it
quarter of a
fast.
logo of a picture so they don't get stricken. So you can still make money off of YouTube advertisers, but you're not taking any money away from the original content creator.
Yeah.
It sounds like the Chipmunks is playing it. You know, a lot of videos where the music is like really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nightcore.
That's what Nick Cannon did on his race baiting song for Eminem.
Oh, really?
Apparently, Eminem made like a song back in the day. His girlfriend just had broke up with him, and she happened to be black. So he was like, the hook was something like "Black girls are stupid, black girls are dumb."
Who said that?
Eminem. This
Okay,
is
let
like
me look
back in the day. This is before he got famous.
Eminem
It was on
Nick
Infinity, wasn't it? It was on Infinity, right?
I think so. But then
His Nick Cannon's
Nick Cannon
ex-girlfriend.
did. No. Eminem was dating a chick that happened to be black, and then she broke up with him or cheated on him, whatever. And then he got emotional and made a song that the hook said, "Black girls are stupid, black girls are dumb." Right? So Nick Cannon and Eminem were beefing for some reason. I don't know the background story.
Mariah Carey.
Yeah, okay. It started with Mariah, right? So they're beefing, and Eminem's not even saying anything to this dude, and Nick Cannon is just kept going at him, and then he made that song. But he used he sampled the song, but he like speeded it up so it didn't infringe on the copyright.
Yeah, man, they
But
pitch it up. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, even in the song, he said, and I know people are gonna say I'm race baiting with this song, like, because you are. Like, you are at the end of your pitiful rope. You're losing a battle to a guy that hasn't even said anything to you. Like, Eminem
Yo.
won that rap battle. He never even made a song.
Yo,
That song
listen.
that Mariah Carey made with Gucci Man was about him.
Yo,
What song is that?
I can't think of the name of it, but Mariah Carey did a song about him, and there was a music video with a white man stalking her and shit. That was
Yeah.
about Eminem.
that song, the Eminem freestyle dissing black girls. Somebody commented and said, "Haha, inspiration." Because if Eminem could have been this bad at one point, and now he's arguably one of the best of all time, this gives me hope that I can make it as a rapper. I just.
How bad was it? I never was it that bad?
I never heard the original song. I just heard the Nick Cannon sample.
Hey, can you save that to after the live?
That
Did
one
you hear
won't
that?
be on the live.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play it.
We
Like,
love
if
black
I can,
women here.
if Eminem can make it from being that bad, then I can do anything.
Dude, the comments are some of the best things I like to read
Yeah, yo.
on videos and stuff. It's just the internet always wins, bro.
So do you think it would be
always-
okay if I played like a Daily Wire video or Officer Tatum video?
I mean, I guess if they're YouTubers, you could. When you're a YouTuber,
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. We might get copywritten. I don't know.
Yeah, you use something.
Let's
before
give it a
that
shot.
copyright.
This is just a test anyway.
Yeah.
We just started.
Let me just get this straight. In the last few years, a biological male has been named Woman of the Year on several magazine covers. A biological male is referenced as a top ranking female in our White House. A biological male was named the NCAA Women's Swimmer of the Year. A biological male is making tens of thousands of dollars being the face of womanhood for Nike, for Tampax, for Bud Light, for Kate Spade,
Tampax, that's my favorite.
other companies. A biological male took home the award for Best Actress at the Golden Globes. Are we really still trying to make the case that feminism supports women when the feminists are completely silent and or cheering on biological men taking over the space of women?
She said it, not me.
Dude, his
Isn't that
shirt is
wild?
awesome.
What?
Oh, his
Did you
shirt.
see his shirt? It was
Trump
Donald
one?
Trump all
Yeah.
tatted up with
Yeah,
a
Donald
chain.
Trump. Yeah, he looks like Dominic Toretto.
All swolled up.
Right? Yo, looks like he's Dom from serious movies.
Right.
With a chain. Has a man for him. But yeah, she's absolutely right.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, you saw the video. How are men transitioning and then just beating women at everything?
Oh no, Josh. So look up
Uh-huh.
a non-binary trans soccer player.
Is it like an interview or what is it?
So I had it on my Instagram. I posted it on my story on Instagram, but I don't know what it was. That British dude,
Oh, Piers Morgan. Yeah,
maybe.
I got it. Yep. He's
What's
a
his name?
Play that.
talk show host. Yeah. It's
Play
Piers
that.
Morgan.
It was funny.
I got it here. I'm just waiting for the ad to finish. Okay.
What was the
Gotcha.
name of homeboy that smashed on him, Josh? I can't think of his name.
Ben
The
Shapiro?
Jewish one? Yeah.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro. I was
Yeah,
listening
that
to
was-
him today. He did a very awesome video that I can just show you. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but he did a video with Pastor Vodi Bakum, and he it was a Sunday special video, and it's the one where he just sits down with them and has like a conversation. But here's the Piers Morgan one.
In the Women's World Cup, it's called Women's World Cup. We have a new superstar, the Canada midfielder Quinn, goes by the name Quinn. Wasn't the name Quinn was born with, but Quinn has been heralded, celebrated this week as the first transgender footballer to play in the Women's World Cup. To which my response when I read this was, hang on a second, hang on. Is she a but is she, they, whatever? Is she a biological male? No, it turned out she's a biological female.
Not she, so.
So what is she?
Well, whatever they'd like to go. Let's go.
Well, hang on.
That's
Just to be clear,
Quinn.
just to be clear.
I think, Quinn.
I haven't asked a
They
question.
and Quinn.
I'm asking a question here. She's a, she is a transgender non-binary. What is that?
Well,
how can you be transgender
Quinn,
and non-binary?
Because that's what they are.
I thought non-binary meant you were neither one nor the other.
What Quinn also is an Olympic medalist.
Hang on, sorry. I thought transgender meant you literally male to female, female to male. Turns out the non-binary is not the same as transgender, or it is.
I don't want to put words in their mouth, but I would say that's probably because they're not allowed to take the correct amount of testosterone because they are still playing in the women's team. And so I would assume they are saying they're non-binary.
Testosterone.
No,
doesn't want to
exactly,
be
that's what I'm saying. So
Quinn doesn't want to be male.
Because Quinn can't compete.
Quinn is a female playing against females, but now doesn't want to identify
because
as a woman.
you won't let her play on the male team.
No, you're
on the male
you're missing
team.
the point. She doesn't want to play on the male team. She's not actually.
They might. Quinn might like to do that.
Quinn wants to be an ex-woman, Alex.
Piers,
Hang on, Paula.
Who's upset
Paula,
about this?
Stop being mean by interrupting. I'm coming to Alex. Alex, come on. I just want to get my head around this. She's a transgender, non-binary ex-woman. So my question is, if you're no longer identifying as a woman, what are you doing playing in the Women's World Cup? Not my title. That is the official title of a tournament. She doesn't qualify. They don't qualify, even though there's only one of them. They don't qualify for the Women's World Cup because they used to be a woman, but now they don't want to be a woman. So now we have to call them they for being a transgender, even though they're non-binary, and they're still playing in the Women's World Cup, and we're all supposed to go, well done. What a moment, but no one's quite sure. No one's quite sure what we're celebrating. Alex, what are we celebrating?
Rules change all the time. It's like we're bestowing upon people who have gender dysphoria some sort of magical, extra special power that normal people don't.
Let me see if there's like a YouTube short that we can watch about it real quick.
We have a new superstar, the Canada midfielder Quinn, goes by the name Quinn. Wasn't the name that Quinn was born with, but Quinn has been heralded, celebrated this week as the first transgender, non-binary footballer to play in the Women's World Cup. To which my response when I read this was, hang on a second, hang on. Is she a but is she, they, whatever? Is she a biological male? No, it turned out she's a biological female.
Not she, so.
So what is she?
Well, whatever they'd like to go. Let's go.
Well, hang on.
That's
Just to be clear, just to be clear.
I think Quinn.
I haven't asked a
they
question.
and Quinn.
I haven't asked a question yet. She's a she is a transgender non-binary.
I'm confused. So wait a minute. Hold on, guys.
It's a woman.
Quinn was born a woman?
Yes.
And then became a man.
No.
Got her breast removed. Okay.
No, she probably just didn't have titties. But it's a woman. No. It's a woman. You see how confusing it is? No, it's a woman.
Okay.
That identifies as non-binary, trans, which makes no sense.
They're just identifying as trans.
Yeah, if it's non-binary,
Exactly.
that means there's no.
There's no sex.
Men, yeah.
And there's no gender. Yeah. But here's the kicker, right? If Quinn is a trans, non-binary, right? The lady says like, well, they won't let her take enough testosterone. That's why she has to play in the women's cup. What he was saying is, well, what is Quinn doing playing in the women's cup? She's not a woman anymore. She's not identifying as a woman.
Right.
So why is she playing there? The whole thing is that if she identified as a male and wanted to play soccer and then went onto the male team,
she gets smashed.
Exactly. They would literally destroy her. She wouldn't even make the team.
You remember those teenage soccer players destroyed the professional women's league. You remember that?
Yeah. That was so funny.
Why don't they have the NBA against the WNBA?
And you know what? She probably has Quinn probably has above average testosterone levels.
Of course.
For a woman,
not.
I mean, we don't even know if she was taking testosterone.
You can tell by looking at them and they.
What? Them and they?
Them and they.
I thought it was a dude who became a woman.
They. No. It's a woman that is trans, non-binary. So she transitioned to nothing.
Let me see. One thing I don't understand: why don't you have these women that transition to men, trying to get into men's sports?
Because they'll get smashed.
But the men that transition to women want to get into women's sports.
Because they will beat the shit out of them.
Why don't you have listen. Why don't you have trans women fighting to go to men's bathrooms?
Maybe because they can't afford to have a member installed.
No, because
if you know what I mean.
Well,
they can't do that.
They can't install a penis.
Oh,
can they?
Probably can. I don't know.
They probably could. I mean, remember that one dude who had the one growing on his forearm?
But still, why don't they have women fighting for that? Like the men, real. Like the men trying to go in the women's bathrooms. Why?
But they are like that. There is trans men that go into men bathrooms.
It's probably just not on the news.
Yeah, because they don't care about that. They want men to be more feminine. Period. That's the whole thing of this gender
That's
push.
the point I was trying to make, man.
Dimitri's
man,
right.
let me finish. Why you cut me off? It's like I'm playing, man. That's
I
what
didn't
y'all
mean to
always.
cut you off.
That's what y'all always.
You can punch one hole in your card now, Rob. You can punch one hole in your card now. Okay.
Listen,
every 10 times we interrupt you, you can interrupt us once.
It's like us talking. You know what I mean, man?
Yeah.
That's what makes this podcast is what it is.
And we always end up talking about tuck options.
No, that's when Austin is here.
We can become the 2A transgender brotherhood.
No, damn, we actually talked about trans without Austin, man. Damn, this is a milestone right here, man.
he has injected.
He indoctrinated us. No, he indoctrinated us.
No, but on a lighter note, more important note, Jordan Peterson is doing a Exodus series where he has a bunch of scholars. Yeah. I'm very interested in that. I think I saw he had 3. He's so smart.
Ben Shapiro, I think personally is a genius also, man. Even though some of the stuff he's I don't agree with some of the stuff he says, but for the most part, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to agree with every. So, the best thing about that cast that they had on there, I only got through the first 10 or 15 minutes of the first episode of the Exodus.
Yeah.
But he had like just regular scholars. He had Jewish people there.
Yeah.
Like Jewish scholars. There was Christian scholars. There was, people that just studied history on there. So it's really cool. You kind of get like a different viewpoint of everybody. So that's why it's so interesting to me.
Yeah, that's the important thing.
Yeah, and I've almost finished this Genesis history, and they make some like really cool points on there. If you guys want to watch that, I can recommend it.
I can play the trailer if you want.
For what?
For
Genesis?
the Jordison Peterson Exodus thing.
Yeah. Sure.
You said it's on Amazon?
No. The Exodus thing is a YouTube one. If you go to his channel on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Whose channel?
Just Jordan Peterson. And it's on it was on there. That's how I found it, at least.
Oh, the whole show? Yeah, I found the whole show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
I didn't have a trailer. No.
It's I guess some of it is through you can see it on Jordan Peterson's channel, and I guess the Daily Wire is like sponsoring it because you can watch the trailer and like I guess an episode of the Daily Wire YouTube channel. But here's the trailer. Let me just play it real quick and then we can talk about it.
In the beginning, God made the heavens and the earth. Turns out that a book is more durable than stone. It's more durable than a castle. It's more durable than an empire. You don't get away with anything. And so you might think you can bend the fabric of reality and that you can treat people instrumentally and that you can bow to the tyrant and violate your conscience without cost. You will pay the piper. It's going to call you out of that slavery into freedom, even if that pulls you into the desert.
God is ethic-centered, not ethnic-centered.
Well, do you want the Pharaoh on your side or do you want God on your side? That's kind of the question. There's a profound sense here that what is going on with the Israelites is the contrast to Pharaoh, right? Like under no terms will you go, and the Israelites have to say, we will go under any terms.
And we're going to see that there's something else going on here that is far more cosmic and deeper than what you can imagine.
The highest ethical spirit to which we're beholden is presented precisely as that spirit that allies itself with the cause of freedom against tyranny. And
yes, exactly. I want villains to get punished.
But do you want the villains to learn before they have to pay the ultimate price?
That's such a Christian question.
Okay, yeah.
Exodus.
And that sounds like such a agnostic or atheist response.
No, that guy is Jewish. Prager.
Which
I
is
forgot
weird.
his first name. I follow his Instagram, and he was like, yeah, I mean, he said that they have some really good stuff on his Instagram.
Yeah, he has to wait till the Day of Atonement to repay for his sins. You know what I mean? Go sacrifice an animal to repay for your sins at the temple. So. But yeah, it looks.
Yeah, man. It's I want to look forward to that. Are we gonna start doing the Bible study on Wednesdays?
Yeah, I'm down to do it on Wednesdays if everybody else is free to do it Wednesday. Sounds good to me.
Can you get on, Roberto? And we can see with Tony.
I can try.
Yeah.
What time is it? What time will it start?
Probably like 10. I just don't have that much time during the week because I've been waking up super early.
What if we did like a Sunday afternoon or like between the afternoon and the evening?
I can't do those. I'm usually with the kids. Because Saturdays and Sundays, if I'm not working, I'm usually we're like trying to take the kids out.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean we could. It doesn't matter how long it is. I mean we could certainly devote. We could adjust things around. We can devote some time to the Bible study. We could take away from the 2A Brotherhood podcast and allot that time to the Bible study and vice versa. It doesn't matter. I think sharing the Word of God, having a Bible study would be significantly as important. Well, certainly more important than 2A Brotherhood podcast, but I think there's important things that we need to discuss for both things, for the podcast and for the Bible study. So I say we should devote as much time as we can to the Bible study for, if Wednesday is the day you guys want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to like record it or go live. If we could just get on here, we could start a Bible study on the app, and we can invite everybody, and then we'll all do the readings, and then we could talk about it on that day. I mean, so you could also write notes in there. You know what I mean? If you have questions, you could write it on there, so we could like bounce it back and forth on each other.
That's what we did.
What it means.
I don't know if you guys want to keep the thing, but we did start a YouTube channel, and we started a Discord channel for the Bible study we were doing with, SNA and Long Hair Don't Care. We did a Bible study with them for a little while. I have a couple recordings on my computer, but we called it the Sow and Reap Bible study. And it's on YouTube if you want to see the channel. Yeah, it's the Sow and Reap. I think podcast, but yeah, that's the one. So if you want to keep the name, we can do that. That's fine. If not, make a new one. It doesn't matter.
I don't matter.
Yeah.
Are they going to join too?
I hope so. We had to take a step back from doing our Bible studies just because SNA, they got really busy.
They got 3 kids.
well, not only that, but he got really involved in the church, and he was like one of the forerunners for starting a men's ministry for the church.
Oh, okay.
And works with the tech people on Sunday mornings, and he did, they have that Awana stuff for the kids and all that. So, yeah, they just got super busy and involved in, which is I have no issues with.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing. Devoting your free time, to serving.
Yeah.
But yeah,
because their kids are growing up.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the best thing, man. It's like the best and worst thing. Like I'll never as the youngest gets older, dude, I'm like starting to realize I'm never going to have another baby this age. You know what I mean? Unless it's like a grandchild.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's bittersweet.
I'm never going to. Yeah, exactly. And it's so cool. It's like you see them grow up and you see them doing more stuff, and they get like more independent. They get smarter. You know what I mean? They start talking. They start walking. You know, it's like so awesome. But then it's like this is never the best thing about it is we live in a time where you could take pictures and videos. Because like all my I have one baby picture. It's like black and gray. It's like black and white photo. It's like this big.
Yeah.
And when I asked my parents, I'm like, "How old am I in that picture?" They're like, I don't know, month, 4 months." You know, I'm like, "God dang." No, it's not even that. I'm talking about like black and gray, like 1930s picture.
Yeah.
My sister, the middle child, is the only one that has a colored picture of when she was 2 years old. So and that was like our next door neighbor in Albania had like gotten a camera from someplace and took a picture. It's crazy.
Just a
And then when I
picture.
go through my photos, when I go through my photos, it's like nothing but my kids and my family, videos, all that. It's crazy. All right, fellas,
Yep,
I'm about
it's
to
a
hop
blessing.
off of here. Yeah, it is.
Alrighty, brother. Well, you take
Right.
care. We're always praying for you, and
Yeah, man.
you know, thank you again. We had I had a good time.
Yeah, man.
Too.
This Riverside thing looks mad cool, and the quality is freaking ridiculous on actual YouTube. I can't wait to make the clips.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to see how the editing and stuff like changes when we you
Pay
know, now
for
that
it.
it's paid for, you know, how like that changes. So, but yeah, I hope you have a
Yeah.
good night and a good rest of your weekend.
All right, fellas.
Yeah, you
Alright.
take care, brother.
Okay, bye.
Okay,
bye. Wayne. Robert.
Joshua. Sexy.
All
Sounded
day.
like a what one. You sure I don't want to check that?
Nah, I'm good, dog.
So how you liking Riverside, my nigga?
I love it. How about you?
I think it's pretty awesome sauce.
Sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome sauce, dude.
We're still live on YouTube.
Yeah, we still live, man. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
None I can think of. How about you?
No, I think I'm good. Give me 1 sec. Let me turn this off right quick. And then let me mute myself.
Why don't you just turn off the record?
Robert. Okay. I'll be right back.
Josh. You see me, Josh? Josh.
Okay, well, what's the word?
What rounds would you like to talk about tonight, Josh?
What?
Do you hear anything about any interesting rounds?
Rounds?
Mm-hmm.
I saw a video where these Marines, whenever they pulled CQ duty or whatever, or whatever, and they're issued a pistol with ball rounds,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just like, dude, why the hell would I use a round like this when I could use a hollow point? Because it's more devastating. How do you feel about that?
I feel like if law enforcement thinks they need to mind out the people that fight for the country.
Yeah, they're just trying to say, yeah, the Marines is using, cheap ammo for
Well,
self-defense.
yeah. It's hot as shit, though.
Huh?
That 9mm is hot as shit. It's like an ice picked up. Well, no, not, but it probably goes straight through the people, though.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That's one of the good things about hollow points or soft points. They kind of dump all the energy in what they hit. You know what I mean? Bigger wound cavity.
What, with ball ammunition?
No, with hollow
Oh,
points.
yeah. That's what they're saying. That's the
Mhm.
point they were making. That the government was spending. They were trying to buy the cheapest thing. You know what I mean? So they decided not to go with hollow points, and you'll have people in the service who have had more experience with other kinds of ammunition and weapons. And he was just saying that, like, I trust my life with hollow points more than cheap ammo.
Why do you think people like the Black Hills ammo, the 5.56 Black Hills ammo?
Familiar.
Yeah, MK something. I may be wrong with it. MK something. It's an open tip Sierra bullet, I think.
Okay, let me look it up.
Special
By
rifle.
5.6 by 45 millimeter.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Let me pull up my and let me share the screen.
Yeah.
OTM or Mark 262 Mod 0 or Mod 1 clones. And it's finally time to test the cream of the crop, the king of the hill. This is from Black Hills. This is the Mark 262 Mod 1. I do believe it's Dash C for commercial sales. Let's throw him on the table and talk about what we're going to do today. In full transparency, I myself purchased this ammunition from Midway USA. It's been spotty stock for a long time, so I just happened to catch a stock notification and pick some up. Over here on my channel, we try to give you guys a lot of information. So if you're looking at buying something like this, you have a general idea of how it's going to perform.
Wow.
Everybody's barrels are different.
Man, this thing looks nice.
Yeah, it's a heavier bullet too, man.
And so are their guns. There could be slight variances in operating and or velocity, but generally, if we run into any issues in my small sample size, you can extrapolate that out to know that that's potentially something you should stay away from. We have barrel lengths from 7.5 inch all the way up to and including 22 inch. We have our Pro Paddle Digital DLX. It's about 70 to 75 degrees outside today, overcast. We're going to run these screens on the chronograph so we make sure we get these velocities. After we've done that, we're going to do a practical accuracy test at 100 and 200 yards, and then we'll send you on your merry way. Up first, we'll start with our shortest barrel length. This is our 7.5 inch pistol build, at least until that brace ruling is final, unless a court steps in,
brace
but I
ruling
don't
is
hold much
final.
faith. We've got the X2 Dev Group muzzle device and their charging handle on here, the Jackal. This is from Palmetto State Armory. They are a longtime supporter of the channel. They've always helped me out. Very nice little
Dude,
pistol
I
build.
like that stock, man. Looks nice.
See how this is
The
for
bottom,
muzzle flash.
The bottom part looks skinny, but still it looks like a nice stock.
Not supposed to be a stop. That's still pretty nice velocity.
Could be a SBR coming to you soon. Coming to a weapon safe near you.
1985.
Didn't detect any muzzle flash coming off that particular load, so that's a very good.
What'd you say?
It seemed like as the barrel heats up, the velocity gets less.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, look at the muzzle he has on it.
And that shit's probably loud as shit too, man.
Yeah.
The shorter barrel, like louder because of the unburned. They say the unburned gunpowder ignites outside of the barrel.
Oh, really?
You
That's
look it up,
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, the shorter barrels are
Thing.
louder.
Now on to our 10.5 inch S.
All right. But I'm saying with rounds like this, you know, it breaks the sound barrier, so you'll always hear that crack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
SBR, another Palmetto State Armory build. Got a Yankee Hill 3-port QD muzzle brake up front. Got a Rise armament trigger in here. Battle arms, safety selectors, Radion ambidextrous charging handle, and the primary arms 3X Cyclops. Very nice optic on here. The only thing is quite a bit less than the 1X. Got the Korean metal.
Yo has his laptop hooked up to a screen or a monitor on the side of his desk to display the dang muzzle velocity. That's crazy, man.
Hey, mastermind.
Awesome. Moving the mouse. You see it? It moves every time he shoots.
Hold on, back on the FDR.
Saw just a little bit of muzzle flash with.
Is it a SBR?
Yeah.
Isn't that why he's? Oh, this is a different rifle.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. My fault.
Yeah, you can see the stock is different too, and he's got an optic on it.
This break, but not.
Like, look, I'll go back so you can see the other rifle.
No, I know. It has that funny.
Yeah, see, he doesn't have the pop-up sights on his on the second rifle. This one is definitely, but the second one, I don't know.
I was
See how much.
full grip.
Look how much shorter the barrel is.
Yeah, but that's if that was SBR probably, but that's still not a 16.5 inch barrel. Unless it was SBR, the one he had, because it has a vertical full grip on it. That was the old rules, but you know, the ATF rules changed with the win.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Another Palmetto State Armory build. Got a Yankee battle arms. And now on to our 14.5 inch. This is from Pro 28 Tactical. Picked this and a 9x39 upper up a little while ago. So far, the build quality on both uppers has been very excellent. Hadn't had any problems with this one. I did put an adjustable gas block on here because the barrel manufacturer actually drilled the gas port too large, so we were over gassed and we were throwing brass over there. So we put an adjustable gas block on it, and it's been fine ever since.
Wow, man, look at the difference. The difference in velocity, man. It's another 200, maybe 300 feet.
Nice, gaining some good velocity off this load. And now on to our 16-inch. This is a Springfield Hellion or Croatian VHS.
It looks like a FAMAS.
It's 2
I said
rifles,
the
a
same
bullpup, 16-inch barrel,
One day I will
1-7
have
twist, gas piston driven. It's got a normal and suppressed setting. What's pretty cool about this is you can make it eject either out of the left and or right hand side, depending on which hand you shoot off. Arms classic 1 to 6 second focal plane scope up front, up top. Got a Yankee Hill QD muzzle brake up front though. Make sure the chronograph's going.
Wow, man. You think it makes a? You think having a bullpup system makes a difference with the velocity?
Well, only if because you can put a longer barrel on it and it still be the same size as let's say a 16.5-inch one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
But then you
about
have
it.
a different kind of trigger mechanism because the trigger has to fire a pin that's further away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the trigger kind of sucks on them, but it's not. Yeah,
A very
not
interesting
sucks.
concept, though.
You just need to train.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything can be overcome with training.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
He had to open up his laptop for that one.
I just realized that when she said so.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, how he tried to put the mag in where AR goes in, right?
Oh, he did.
Depending on which you shoot off of. We got our primary arms classic 1 to 6 second focal plane scope up front.
Yeah, he did.
Up front, up top. Got a Yankee Hill QD muzzle brake up front though.
You realize it. See?
Now onto
I
the
guess he
20
trained with it,
ended
you
like
know what I
this
mean?
without any support up front. It actually does pretty darn. Got to give the Croatians
optic on
pretty
that
good
is
credit
really
on
nice.
this particular gun.
Really
Now
nice
onto the
scope.
20-inch. This is where we should see the box state.
Dude, he's got the classic, man. M16, A4, whatever.
Stated velocity and or better. This
Dude,
is
that's
from
dope.
Palmetto State Armory. This is their premium upper. It's got the FN double chromed.
What do you say it was?
Palmetto State Armory. This is
Palmetto
their
State
premium
Armory.
upper. It's got the FN double chromed barrel on it. 1-in-7
I will always trust my life with the AR platform, man.
twist. It's on a no-name lower that I picked up a lot.
What brand wouldn't you trust your life with, Josh?
Delton and High Point.
High Point.
Look, he's got the ambidextrous charging handle.
Long time ago,
T-Rex
got
one.
the case
Raptor or whatever it is.
You're right. I'm thinking about trucks, man, because you know the T-Rex and yeah, you're right, Raptor.
Yeah, it's the same one that you hooked me up with.
Yeah, you always got the gray top, the gray handles on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
That thing's a beast, man.
I like the
Can't go
way his
wrong.
huh?
I said you can't go wrong with it, man.
For real, man. And I like his he has. You see all the little bumps on it, man. It's good. Yeah, it looks nice, man. Good for gripping and stuff. If you're in a situation where you have to quick reload and like you're not in at a range setting. You know what I mean?
High stress situations.
Exactly. Yeah.
ACI Korean PMags here.
Korean PMags. And it's got the window too. Hey, look at that.
It has less recoil also.
Probably because what?
It's heavier.
Yeah, heavier rifle, longer barrel.
He's working at trigger reset
Like
too,
we
man.
were a little short on
is,
the
man.
velocity. We'll have to check the averages. I can't see them right now, but we're still gaining velocity off this load. And now on to our longest barrel length. This is our TC Compass, as a 22-inch 1 in 9 twist barrel.
And it has a suppressor too.
Not optimal for a lot of
And it's a 1 in
heavier,
9 twist
longer.
barrel, which they say isn't supposed to stabilize the heavier rounds. That's the 77 round. It's not supposed to stabilize it, so they said keyholes, which go sideways.
What on the suppressor?
No, just they said a 1 in 9 twist isn't made for the heavier bullets.
Oh.
And they said keyholes, which it goes out and then goes sideways because it can't stabilize it. It's not, you know what I mean?
Even with the longer barrel, they
Some
have
people
like
say
different.
Some people say it depends on the rifle.
They have different rifling inside that barrel. Like you said, there's keyhole.
Yeah, he said it's 1 in 9 twists, and you heard him say it's not supposed to stabilize it if you take it back a little bit. So
Like
it's
we
not
were
made for that barrel.
to our longest barrel length. This is our TC Compass, as a 22-inch 1 in 9 twist barrel. Not optimal for a lot of heavier, longer pills than 5.56, but because of its 22-inch barrel length, it seems to do pretty darn.
So you would say it would be better for a less grain bullet.
That's what they say, but a lot of people say it depends on the rifle because if you know, the internet says, you know what I mean? Like you don't know until you shoot it.
Yeah, man, you got to get some range time with that.
Yeah, a 1 in 9 twist could possibly shoot better than a 1 in 8 or a 1 in 7 twist. You never know, you know?
What does that mean? Like how many twists there are in an inch?
Yeah, I think so. How many times it twists in the barrel?
Mm. Like per 1 inch or per like?
I'm not like. I know I can't think of it right now.
I'll look it up. I'll look it up after this.
Primary arms 4 to 16, first focal plane scope up top. We have this in an Oryx chassis, so this is a very good rifle to shoot from when we need good groups.
Here is our Mark 262.
What'd you say?
I don't like how when he kick it out, it basically damn near hits him in his face.
Yeah.
The shell.
Yeah, it's true. There's no like kind of like buffer there to like knock it out away from the person who's shooting the rifle.
Groups.
That's why that little thing is on the side of an AR.
Yeah, exactly. Where
And
the
you ever notice
forward
that-
assist is.
Yeah. After you shoot it, you see the little copper marks on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Eugene
Yeah,
Stone
there's
knew what he
nothing
was
there,
doing.
man.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's because that's meant to be less of a multi-firing round and more. It's just a.
Mm-hmm.
Here is our Mark 262 Mod 1 from Black Hills. At 100 yards, we use the TC Compass with the 22-inch barrel, our JK Armament rifle kit. We seem to get really good accuracy with that combination on that gun. A 16 power first focal plane primary arms scope. It was around 80 degrees outside today. Our control lot was our IMI M193 at 1.162 inches. Our first group of our IMI Mark 262 was 0.613 inches. Very impressive. Our second group opened up a little bit at 0.699 inches. Then we stepped up to our Black Hills. Our first group, downright amazing, 0.365 inches. I think this is probably one of the best 5.56 groups I've ever shot.
That group
now, the
is
second
amazing.
group opened up a little bit. I don't know if it was because we picked up a little bit of
That
wind,
Black Hill is match-grade ammo.
0.976 inches. Now, this was the 5th or 6th group that we shot. And I don't take a lot of time between groups, 3 to 5 minutes. I walk down, check the target, come back. So there's quite a bit of heat in that bolt gun at this point. But this right here speaks volumes of how well that round groups from Black Hills, especially with how hot of a velocity it is, even compared to our IMI. For shits and giggles, we did shoot the Springfield Hellion at 100 yards using a 6-power second focal plane.
with our Black Hills Mark 262 Mod 1
You see the round all outside of the box?
Yeah, the flyer. Yep.
Unless that was, no, maybe it was like a place where they put a staple
Where?
all the way to the
Oh,
right
yeah,
where
yeah.
it says
Oh, no.
5D.
Yeah, that looked like a staple.
Yeah.
708 inches. I can't complain about that. We'll throw the 16 power from the 22 inch on
You can hear his dogs walking around in the background.
that and see if we can better. Well, Black Hills, whatever you are doing, keep it up. Here is our 22 inch with the 1-9 twist. Got the JK Armament rifle kit on here. 200 yards with the 22 inch. 0.950 inches.
Wow.
Very, very impressive. We threw that same scope on our Springfield Hellion and the suppressor as well. 2.145 inches at
This
200.
is acceptable though.
We
A
stepped
man-sized
up
target,
to
man.
100
Yeah,
with the 16 inch, and our
exactly.
group improved a little bit at 1.
Like the groupings are still good if you're aiming for center mass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
0.771
When
inches. I'm not sure
that's it.
where that
When
one
you get
came
hit with
from,
that
but
and
we
you
had
start doing the fucking stinky leg, the Watusi inside you, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like everything gonna get jiggled, man.
exactly. Especially if you, dude, if you're getting off a bunch of these rounds at one time, you know,
Mhm.
at least 3, 4, maybe 5 rounds. You know what I mean? If you're getting shot at, like, I mean, in a situation like that, if you do end up having to use a rifle in your home, shooting an intruder, you know what I mean? Like, I think you're good.
A
You're gonna get,
rifle at pistol ranges is a shotgun at pistol ranges is a shotgun and shotgun range is devastating. You know what I mean?
yeah, and it might be kind of difficult. Like fire, like I can't speak for anyone really. Yeah, I can't even speak for myself because I've never had to shoot like that close range. I've never had to shoot an intruder. You know what I mean? And what I would assume is that most or that some people would at that range with a rifle would just fire from the hip. You know what I mean? Instead of tucking their face into the stock and shooting. You know what I mean? It just depends on the situation. Like if the
Yeah, but
intruder is close range and firing at you, then sure, yeah, firing from the hip. But I guess if you see them with a gun in their hand and they don't spot you, then yeah, firing at them. I could understand that, but yeah, it
But
just
see, like
like I said, it depends on the situation.
when you're using an AR at closer ranges, you have to lift it up and compensate for the sights. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bore sighting or whatever.
Yeah, because the sights are really high on them. No matter if you have an optic or whatever, you know what I mean. It still sits up high. So like at pistol range, you might need to lift it up a little bit, but even if not, it's going to hit a little lower, and you're going to hit like the sternum, and that's still devastating. You know what I mean?
What if you're aiming for the head?
Well, if you're aiming for the face, like you gotta aim, a little
Oh,
higher.
lower, right?
Nah, like because
Well,
the sights
because
are
the
so
sight is
high on
higher.
the AR. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so you have to aim lower. Yeah.
No, you need to aim higher to compensate for the sights.
Oh, well, yeah, but if you're aiming for center mass, yeah. I think either way, if you're aiming for center mass, you're going to be pretty good with
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
rounds.
If you get the
Those
name
Black
of the
Hills
game is
rounds.
getting a hit on target, man.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Anything to disable the target or
Mhm.
to disable, whoever is threatening your life, your family's life, or your property,
Even if shooting somebody not in a lethal place is still it messes with what I mean?
Yeah, and those kind of injuries, some of them, people take those injuries with them, you know what I mean? It affects them. It could affect them for the rest of their lives,
Mhm.
But let's keep
Yes.
watching this, see what else is on here.
We had 3 of them almost touching each other, and then we had 2 of them that kind of spread out a little bit. But overall, very, very impressive. As a comparison, here is some ADI M855 at 200 from the 22 inch today at 2.421 inches. Very good job, Black Hills. Well, everyone, I think if there's anything you can take away from this video, it is that Black Hills is still king of that hill, probably why it's in such high demand and very hard to come by. That's probably the best groups that I've ever shot to date from a 5.56 gun. Now, again, I'm shooting from a lead sled on a bench with a bolt gun with a suppressor on, so I'm trying to take as much as myself as possible. There are people like Milan on AR15.com who far exceed my capabilities, but that just goes to show you that, based on a couple different types of ammunition that we shot, that our Black Hills was not only the best velocity wise, but accuracy as well.
I'd like to see some ballistic tests on that at that range.
Mm-hmm. I would like to see ballistic tests. Tests on that compared to the Winchester PDX-1. You remember I showed you that when they shot the 223 and it broke the table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it went straight through the table. Yeah, it like bent the table like
Yeah,
bent.
like the force of the gel just it broke the table and then we did the tap also. Remember?
Yeah, we did look at that.
Mm-hmm.
I would just like to see like how the difference between like once it reaches like peak velocity at what did he say 200 yards? Is that the range he was shooting the targets at? I forget.
No, 100. I think 100, right? Or not
100
200
yards?
I think it was 200.
Yeah, I think it was maybe 200 yards just to see the ballistics test on this. What is it? The Black Hills 5.56 by 45.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look that up.
This is match grade ammo too. You know what I mean?
What does match grade mean?
It's made for competition.
Oh, okay.
And they say that the open front, which got in, it makes it fly better. But it basically is. It's basically a. You know what it looks like. So
Competition ammo. Here we go.
you can tell 5.56 because there's always two different colors.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Here's a
Oh man, yeah, I like him, man.
Yeah.
So it is the 16-inch Palmetto State Armory mid-length cold hammer forged FN barrel. We're gonna go ahead and set up the chronograph next.
1.7 twist.
Run the rounds through this gun, and then we'll see how it does in the gel.
After this, we should look it up in 1-9 twist.
Dang,
If you
2,700 FPS on this rifle. I think that was more than the. Well, it kind of looks like the same barrel length. What was it? 16-inch barrel.
No, it was a shorter one on the other.
14,
Well, no, that
a
one was a
14-inch barrel. The M16A4 looking one.
Yeah, he got muzzle brake on that too. So.
All right, you guys saw the ammo that we're testing out today. Here's the barrel. It is the 16-inch.
16-inch.
Armory.
Oh, he has a night armament compensator.
Oh, what brand?
Night armament.
Night?
Yeah, Knight's armament.
Oh, okay.
Mid-length cold hammer forged.
Makes them mad loud.
He's also using the Palmetto Armory weapon, just like the last guy was.
FN barrel.
And it got 2,600 FPS, 2,700 FPS. I wonder
Look at that thing jiggle.
I want to see if he says what range he's shooting at.
Well, that we're testing out today. Here's the barrel. It is the 16-inch Palmetto State Armory mid-length cold hammer forged FN barrel. We're going to go ahead and set up the chronograph next, run the rounds through this gun, and then we'll see how it does in the gel.
Does it matter what range you're shooting at when you put the
because
chronograph?
Well, yeah, with the chronograph, yeah, but it also does with the gel also because it loses velocity. You know what I mean? Go
ahead.
And goes down.
That's what I'm saying. Like, does it matter? Like, okay, so barrel length and let's just say the target you're shooting at. Would it make a difference for velocity's sake if you were shooting a target at 100 yards versus, you know what I'm saying? Would the velocity pick up? There'd be more velocity, more stopping power at a target 200 round or 200 yards versus 100 yards?
It'll be more probably at 100 because the farther it go, gravity.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
So basically, the
And
closer to the barrel is going to have more of stopping power,
the
more
harder it hits.
velocity.
The harder it hits. Yeah.
Okay. Look at that, 27. Dang, dude.
And you hear that crack too. That's a high.
Look at that cavity, bro.
Look at the energy dump. That shit's no joke.
Bro, it just like destroys your body, man. That would just murk you, man. You would just be done, man. The amount of devastation to your body that is going to do, man. And that's just one round going straight through.
Mm-hmm.
And that's through 2 ballistic gel.
Mm-hmm. Imagine that hitting your lungs, your heart. You know what I mean? Your all of this, just your central nervous system.
Bro, it's gonna, if you shoot in center mass, man, your lungs, your intestines, your everything, man, is just gonna, like, the cavity is gonna form, which
That's
is
what hemorrhage.
which makes me wonder about, like, you'll have rounds that'll just shoot straight through, and then you'll have rounds that'll do this kind of just like explode, you know what I mean, and bounce around inside of somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Like some rounds will just go through
Yeah.
any organs, and you'll just have, an entrance exit
pick.
wound.
Ice pick,
Exactly.
basically.
Ice pick. Yeah. I have this stuff that just like everything's scrambled, and you're
It
done
dumps
after
all
that.
the energy.
You're
Dumps all
just
the energy
done.
in. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, man, but yeah.
No, you're good. You're good, man. Yeah, we're just talking.
Mm-hmm.
That is wild, man. Yeah. Look at that, dude.
That's when the wound cavity closed. Look at it,
bro. That's after the bullet is left the
Yeah,
jaw.
look at the trail. It didn't even stay in it.
Yeah, it went straight through both, right? Oh no, he's shooting from the right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he is shooting. He's shooting from the right. Oh,
I
maybe
guess you
so.
can see a little bit on the left gel. You can see like entry path from the left gel. It's like a small line, but I don't know.
I think I see something past the tape too. You see it?
Yeah, just a little fragment of the
Yeah.
round. You can also see, like, I don't know if it's like reflections or if you can just see like little fragments of the round, like at the front of the blast cavity.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so he is shooting from right to left.
We'll go ahead and take a look at the wound track. You
Dang,
see,
yeah,
as
it's
entered,
definitely in the
around
second gel.
1.5 inch mark, we start to get some expansion or fragmentation in a larger permanent wound cavity. Moving down, right at about the 5.5 inch mark is where we get a massive wound cavity. That continues on down all the way until about the 12 inch mark, and you can see just fragments going all different directions there. The major part of the bullet travels through to the second block, which is 16 inches in, and then we have the jacket of the bullet right around 17.5 inches, and the deepest penetrating part of the bullet is right at 19 inches. I'll get an overhead shot up next as well. And here's the overhead angle, so you can get a different shot of that wound track just moving on down. You can see the damage that was done right there from about that 5.5 inch to 12 inch mark. It's just nasty. And it keeps moving on down. And there's the final resting place of both the jacket and the heavier part of it. So as you guys saw there, the round performed pretty well in the gel block. On the chronograph, we're getting 2,711 feet per second and generating 1,256 foot-pounds of energy. Penetration was good as well, with the largest pieces coming in at 17 and 19 inches respectively, and we had good fragmentation throughout the wound channel. For those of you guys that don't know why that occurs in these open tip match bullets.
See, open tip match bullets. Those are devastating, man. America.
No,